Welcome to CSBJ Radio. CSBJ Radio is the premier online business talk radio show in the Southeast. CSBJ proactively connects, informs, and engages its listeners in all aspects of small business. Discover the entrepreneur in you with CSBJ Radio. Now, here's your host, Greg Wilson.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CSBJ Radio. I am your host, Greg Wilson, the owner and publisher of Connection Small Business Journal. Find us online. Visit our website. I encourage you to do so, www.connectmybusiness.me. Again, that's www.connectmybusiness.me. Toward the end of this podcast, I'll be going back over that website address. If you're not following us already, for those of you who are following us already, utilizing social media, thank you. Stay connected with us. If you are not following us here on Connect My Business, I encourage you to do so. Just simply go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, you name it, and simply find us utilizing at Connect My Biz. Connect My Biz, B-I-Z-Z. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about today easy ways to boost your website conversions. Easy ways for you to boost your website conversions. All right. So it's July, right? It's July 2017. And if you are in business, if you have a business, it is imperative that you also have a website. I question the validity, not necessarily the validity of your business, but the sustainability of your business if you do not have a website. If you are in business, if you are an entrepreneur who's thinking about starting a business, maybe you're just mulling over things in your head. Hey, what do I need to launch a small business? What do I need to go into business? I would strongly encourage you, as I often do, have a website. And not just any website, a website that is well put together. And we're going to be talking about today easy ways, maybe 3 or 4, or if I go long, 5 tips to boost your website conversions. If you're a nonprofit, maybe you are an institution of higher education, whether you be an HBCU or another state-run organization. If your website is not doing well, these are again some tips that even your institution can utilize to boost your website conversions. All right, so I'm going to start like very basic. What in the heck is a conversion? Right? So I'm utilizing these terms, and unfortunately, some of us maybe that are even listening may not just truly understand what a conversion is. And a conversion is simply a visitor that comes to your website. You want that visitor to stay on your website and convert to a paying customer. All right. If this was a church world, if this podcast is dealing with religion and church, and we have individuals who are converted. All right. So if a visitor, a potential client, a potential customer hits your website, you want that individual to stay on the website and be converted from a visitor or a potential client or customer to literally a paying customer. All right. So that is very basic, but that, explains what a conversion is. Now, unfortunately, there are a plethora of people who call themselves web developers. There are web development software that's out there right now. I won't necessarily name them, but if you are in need of a web developer, give us a call here at Connection Small Business Journal, because one of the services that we do offer are web development services, marketing strategies and services, those sorts of things. But a good website should be optimized from the very beginning. Before the first click is done designing the website, there should be a thought process that goes into place that builds out on paper first, flowcharts included, your website, what the website not necessarily should look like, but the functionality of that particular website. All right. One of the greatest things that small business, or one of the greatest areas that people, small business owners, entrepreneurs, those startups fail in, one of the greatest areas is a call to action. There should be. How in the world do we have someone that lands on our website and they get lost? The website is hard to navigate. You darn near need a GPS to navigate your website. That is a flaw, and it's a flaw where people are not necessarily gracious. If we land on your website, if someone lands on your website or is looking for a particular product, you want that individual to be converted. You do not want that individual being lost on your website. Why? Because they're going to do like I do and that everyone else does, and that is leave your website and find that product, find that service somewhere else. All right. So we live in a very mobile society. We live in a very, everyone has smartphones, right? So we live in a society where the majority of business and a lot of transactions actually take place on a mobile device. All right. So I don't want to necessarily get ahead of myself right now, but small improvements to your website to come, the website that already exists, small improvements can literally add value to your website and can lead that individual, that visitor to your website and convert that individual. All right. So the very first things that I want to talk about, and I've already alluded to it, is that we need to highlight a call to action. I'm not going to say it, but well, yes, it does. It concerns me, I should say, when you are in the business of selling product X, whatever product X is, and I visit your website, I see maybe a well put together homepage. I see an About Us page. I see a list of your products, but I'm not encouraged to do anything. I'm not encouraged to buy. I'm not encouraged to subscribe. I'm not encouraged to take a survey. Nothing. All right. And you wonder why your sales are dismal. You wonder why your online sales are dismal. And that's because you are leaving it up to your visitor to do the work. What I mean by that, make it easy for them to find out. If you want them to drive down the street to a purchase, then there should be a call to action at the very outset of their journey that say, hey, turn this way, turn left here, subscribe here, purchase today. There should be a call to action on your website. Don't leave it up to the visitors of your particular website to take the next step. You encourage them to take the next step. Tell them what it is that you want them to do. You're the business owner. Tell them what it is that you want them to do once they hit your website. Nonprofits, for you out there, you're not necessarily selling anything, but maybe you want to increase your donations. Tell the visitor what it is that you want them to do. Don't leave it up to them to take the next step. Encourage them. Tell them what you want them to do with a clear, a very consistent call to action on your website. All right. Enroll today. Schedule a massage today. Set up a consultation today. Talk to a sales consultant today. Register here for free. Those 3 or 4 things I just called out are, again, just examples of call to action. Wording, that thing should be designed properly. There should be maybe a large button that grabs people's attention. There should be a decent font size. All these different things should be there on the home page of your website, the landing page of your website. It should all be denoted, if you will, highlighting a call to action. All right. Some of the largest companies out there that are masters of this, complete beast with it. Amazon, eBay, some of your other larger companies, Walmart, UNCF, Red Cross. Take a look at, if you haven't taken a look at these websites, I encourage you to take a look at them, and you'll see call to actions everywhere. Hey, donate, give blood, buy here, buy now, shop here, click here, subscribe here. There should be a call to action on your website. Maybe your website looks fantastic. Maybe it's easy to navigate, which is cool. Maybe it's responsive, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But if there is not a call to action on your website, you're missing out on customers. And I would dare say, I can guarantee that if you do not have a call to action on your website, that your internet sales, the sales that are being made through your website, are lower than what they could be if you had a call to action on your website. Again, small things that we can do to boost your website conversions. And for those of you who know me, down through the years, I have been an advocate for, I remain an advocate for video. I think that video is where we need to be. Adding video content to your website is critical. There are statistics out there that show that between 65 and 85%, listen to this statistic, between 65 and 85%, and I believe that statistic is a little low, but it's still high. But 65 to 85% of viewers of product videos are more likely to buy that product. So if there's a video in place on your website that points people, even with a call to action, points people to a purchase, those that watch the video are 65 to 85% more likely to make a purchase. They're more likely to be converted if your website did not have a video. So how, you say, Greg, man, how do we get that ball rolling? What do we do? I could pull out old message notes. And encourage you through my message notes to utilize the smartphone that's in your hand right now. That smartphone that's within arm's reach of you right now has the ability to record video. It has the ability for you to go live on Facebook. It has the ability right now. I don't care what service you're with. If it's a smartphone, there are some things or software that comes with it, some connections that come with it, some brands that we all know that come with it that should enable you to connect and engage with those potential customers. If you have a smartphone within arm's reach of you right now and you do not have a YouTube channel, I again encourage you to start a YouTube channel. I was at a meeting the other day and I encouraged some business owners to become their very own SME. SME, acronym for subject matter expert. With that smartphone that's within arm's reach of you, and some of you are holding one right now. We spend our time on Facebook. We spend our time looking at Instagram pictures and all of that, which is cool. But how much revenue are we gaining from that? Social media is a tool, and we should be leveraging this tool to increase our website conversions. So again, between 65 and 85% of individuals who watch a video on a particular website are more likely to buy the product once they get done watching the video. You know what that tells me? It tells me that, you know what, I need to do more video. That's what it tells me. And I'm hoping that it tells you that. I'm hoping that you're actually encouraged to incorporate video. In my mind, it makes video a must-have. A must-have for your website, a must-have for your marketing campaign, a must-have for everything that you do seriously with your business. Video, video, video. Here's an example that I have pretty much beat this horse to death. And that is an individual who is in the baking business or a coffee shop owner, candle making business, these different things, jewelry making business. Oh my God, maybe you guys are in perfect boutiques, clothing boutiques. You guys are in perfect position to position yourself. You have the perfect opportunity to position yourself as a subject matter expert. I don't know how to make jewelry. Not interested in making jewelry. But if I was, and I go looking for it,